gonna cover first of all how the platform is performing right now and what new features are gonna come. How is the monetization system look like? This is a big question that everyone has from us, whether that be author or whether that be readers. And obviously, with our promise of there being zero paywalls in the site, this is a question that we ourselves have considered for a long time. How to best design a system that rewards authors but is not predatory either to readers or authors. So let's start. First of all, uh, I wanna talk a bit about how the site started. So the site started very clearly and very stupidly out of a Discord server in 200 members, a 200 member server. I was in high school and I just let out a ping that guys, these sites fucking suck. Why don't we create our own site that would be better? And it was a very naive idea, but y'all pulled through. We assembled a team together. We started working together. And the best part that very much shows even our contributing policies and even our hiring practices is that every single person who works in the site must be a reader or must be an author. They should know the problem that we are trying to solve very clearly. Otherwise, we do not want them. And this also reflects in the way everyone works and the way we move, because everyone is invested in the growth of the site, because we want to read, we are building a site we want to read on. I remember when I read my first novel on Novelpedia, it was, I almost cried, because like this is the dream, to have a good site where you can read on, where you are not guilty of supporting the authors, where you don't feel like something is being stolen for you, or you don't have to go to shady sites to just find a way to read. This is very much designed to tank web novels business, by the way. Bro, I'm talking about aggregators. So I'm gonna talk about the backers and the majority shareholders of the project. So we currently have three shareholders. One is me, the other is Envelope. Envelope joined in as a normal contributor. He helped us build our content policy, our privacy policy, our terms of service, how the author dashboard should look, every single thing. And I realized that mine and his vision matched a lot, and he will not let me betray you all, and he'll continue doing good. So I decided to take him on as my co-founder. And then the third shareholder is obviously our most cute femboy, Novelpedia's first femboy, the femboy queen or king, Arc Soul is our third shareholder, also the lead dev of the project. So every single time the site lags, you are free to DM him slurs. Please do that. Actually, please just send slurs to him if the site lags. So continuing forward, there are many amazing people continuing. Zero is the head of the cybersec division. Magic has been working in coordinating different authors. So throughout the journey, we have gotten around 120 volunteering applications, out of which our current team is around 10 to 12 people, and all of them come from the community. Then we have amazing staff also solving your tickets, helping everyone, and these people will also become moderators in the site. And in coming times, in like 1 to 2 months, we'll start open applications for being site moderators. You can also be shortlisted faster if you are like already reporting content. If you're already reporting comments, already reporting chapters as AI, then y'all will always already be shortlisted and strongly considered for the role, as we'll need a good team of moderators to maintain content quality. So we launched the site. We had around 200 people testing the site when it was in the beta phase, and till date, my favorite consumer will be the dude who sent me a 4-page PDF criticizing every single aspect of the site. I love you guys. So we launched the site around the first week itself. Let me just check the stats. Yeah, here are my stats pulled up. Around the first week itself, we got 1,800 users. And in the last week that we closed, we got 4,800 or 4,900 users who were using the site. We had 27,000 page visits and 5,431 chapters were read just this week. For comparison, our current site has only 4,800 chapters in total. That is just how great our arc is going on. And we have not even launched our go to market strategy fully yet. So we are extremely bullish on the site. Extremely bullish. We will plan to continue growing and continuing to deliver great updates, great features. I personally love the continue reading feature that comes on as a carousel in the homepage itself that shows um, what new chapters have arrived. Yes, bro. Yes, Bash. We are currently still doing testing. We have not launched our GTM fully. So we are still holding back trump cards. So we'll just continue launching everything. Um, let's can you just move on to the next page? Envelope. Move on to the next. Yeah. So monetization. The main question everyone is concerned about, whether it be readers or authors. Yes, there is going to be API. We want to make Discord integrations, so and also allow like other developers to build upon shit. So there is going to be API so that you can build your own bots and stuff. But it is not that high on our current priority list, so it will come around in 2 or 3 months. Now, the pricing. So pricing is very much centered around early access or privilege based. So as we said, no chapter is a paywalled, no book is permanently paywalled. So we follow a YouTube membership style system where author can create their own subscriptions, ranging. This is the general subscription price that is usually noted around the ecosystem. So authors can make tiers and they can give additional benefits if you follow that novel. First of all, you'll get cool badges, access to stickers, access to private chats, maybe access to DM the author, any or exclusive post, exclusive smut chapters, R18 chapters that the author makes, or the any benefit that the author decides to give you guys, and certain platform only benefits that you will get if you are buying certain amount of subscriptions. So we are still figuring what the additional things will come up with, but the core feature is going to be the early access, where our first rollout will be based in. That would be that you can access chapters in advance. There should be a font change for tiers. This is just A PPT, bro. Like this won't be. This isn't a screenshot or something. This is just a PPT. So let me continue. Can you just is there okay? I'll take the questions later. But yeah, that's how depends. So this will be the most direct form of contributing to your authors. Change this as make this as a full time living and put more chapters out so that you can read. Now, I'm looking to change the slide. Yep. So now the other ways that monetization would be work is pretty much flexing. There will be rankings for novels with most gifts. There will be rankings for users who give the most gifts. Authors can make thresholds about reaching certain gift counts. Give bonus chapters for reaching them. You guys can give super comments, super chats, give gifts. All of that will work. So this is the additional ways that you can help monetize. Then there is also some other ways that we are thinking. For example, there will be a theme store where you can buy themes. There will be a store where you can buy more beautiful badges or profile colors. You can buy themes, themes. For example, Shanja favorite theme, or maybe a theme centered around a popular novel that the author itself makes. Anything of the like. So that will be some other revenue stream for us. Very much a social ladder. All right. Our cut currently is planned to be around 8% of an author's total earnings, and we very much expect the conversion rate to be higher because it is around 2% median for Patreon right now, and for in-app it generally goes above 10% for in-app subscriptions. So there is going to be way more conversion expected for authors that will increase the earnings for them. Then currently we are running around 5 ad campaigns. So concurrently, the plan is to take this around 20 concurrent running ad campaigns. The novels will keep being changed. We are going to run ads for any author who publishes their novels in Novelpedia for free. No questions asked. You do not need to be exclusive. You do not need to give any rights. Nothing. We will run ads for you if you publish on Novelpedia. Nothing else.
Can I make one question?
Uh, Questions at the end, please, Jonathan or Jonathan or Jordan. I'll call you Jordan.
Oh,
Questions at the end,
oh,
please, Jordan. So we are going to run ads for every single novel. Now it depends on how the novel performs. If we keep running the ads, if we increase our investment, but every single novel will get the initial chance. Of course, this is an offer that is very limited for like the next month or the month after that, depending on our growth, because we are getting new novels and we are growing. So currently, no questions asked, we will run ads for you if you write on Novelpedia. And there are ways to get bumped up the list on the list we have where we run ads. This will be talked about later. Next slide, please, Envelope. Your envelope. Next slide. Yep, thank you. So, our key challenges this month, guys. I'm gonna be honest. This was made by Claude, so this slide is marketing bullshit. Our current challenges are a optimizing our servers. So we are getting way more traffic than we expected. So that is the biggest challenge for now. And we are completely focused and committed to scaling that right now. The site is a bit slow, so we are working on optimizing that. We currently can handle around 500 concurrent users. We need plan to take that capacity to 2000 concurrent users. Ah, try rejoining. So, yep, that's our first challenge. The second challenge is to finish all the bugs that we are currently having and deliver on new features. We need to start. Our plan is to implement monetization by the end of this month. That will need both technical and legal expertise. So that is our second biggest challenge that we have to overcome this month. Our third biggest challenge is developing a supply for the female novel reader community. We want Our site is very much male centric right now. We want to focus on building supply for more romance content and push more romance content and more LGBTQ content. We are building systems that won't show LGBT content to straight readers, or likewise to prevent raids and stuff. So we definitely want to be a platform for all and to have all sorts of audience. So that is our another big blocker right now, developing a supply for um, female creators and authors for romance novels. Then the fourth blocker we have is scaling the platform in moderation. So moderation is a big. So the general ops that come with operating the novel site, deleting bad reviews, emailing people, onboarding stuff. That is our fourth blocker. So we will be working on clearing these. Next slide, please, Angela. Yep. So our main roadmap and goals. So this month our focus is on monetization. By the way, is this site for no, bro? What the? So our goal is focus on making the monetization system to make the site sustainable as soon as possible and to start onboarding authors and creating subscriptions. We also want to reach a 10,000 active user count and around 2000 registered users. Then we want to have at least three novels for every single genre. We want to scale our ad campaigning right now and increase our spend for ads, and to implement a leaderboard that will show the karma site wide for users. Now, this will be a gamification update that we will be doing soon, but reading chapters, bookmarking novels, leaving comments, reviews, all of that will give you points on the site. All of that. And we will create a site wide leaderboard showing where you stand on the hierarchy. And in future, we plan to give certain perks and hype to the top readers too. So good luck grinding those points, guys. 100,000 active users by the end of the month. Maybe, maybe. So, uh, next slide. Did we go through all the slides, bro? Nice. So, mandatory propaganda message, but yep, we're building this with you. Everything that has come here has come from community support, people volunteering to help us, and we appreciate all of that. And we'll work to give back to the community. A way we have started giving back already is that whenever we can afford a paid position, we are giving an opening for that from our communities itself, from reading subreddits or the server. So our plan is to continue scaling with the community and give back uh, to this community. Didn't someone take the name Karmic Das? No, someone took the name Karmic. Is there fan fictions on Novelpedia? Yes, there are fan fictions on Novelpedia, and in a week, the top Yuri fan fiction of Scribble Hub is coming on Novelpedia, and we plan to bring many more fan fictions to Novelpedia soon. All hail Yuri. So, yep, guys. Thank you so much, honestly, cause like I was in high school when I started. I had no idea what anything is, and through every step, people in the community have helped us out and are continuing to help us out. And the journey has been amazing. There is nowhere else that I would like to work, cause Novelpedia. Yes, question time is starting in 5 minutes. Let me just finish the propaganda. So Novelpedia is the only company where in meetings you can uh, scold using um, Chinese prompts like "Junior, you dare," and yeah, Chinese idioms, right? So I won't be anywhere else. So thank you everyone, and do consider joining us as a contributor. So again, once again, thank you for everyone. This is our current plan to keep scaling and to reach more users and build an amazing site. We don't talk about the meetings. Yeah, bro, they're cursed, honestly. Question time, guys. How do you plan on cracking down on sites that pirate content from Novelpedia? Any ways of preventing that? Sites like WebNovel have an actual legal team that can also sue such sites or create cease and desist letters. How do you plan on protecting your readers? What legal power does Novelpedia even have? Quite the loaded question. I'll deconstruct the question then. So, how do we plan on cracking down on sites that pirate content from Novelpedia? More than sites that pirate content from Novelpedia, we are more concerned about the companies that use author work to train AI systems. That is the number one concern for us. And we are developing methods to poison the LLMs using zero space characters and other stuff that I don't really understand that devs do. Then for piracy, so piracy has always been a service problem, not uh, it has always been a service problem, piracy, right? So if you notice, in Royal Road doesn't have that much content pirated, but every single popular web novel gets pirated instantly, and even the lesser famous novels get pirated really quickly. And the legal team of web novel is very much busy oppressing and looting authors, so they don't really take actions. There has been no recent legal action that of wide fame where web novel attacked a piracy site. Then I think it is very much a service problem, but other than that, we do plan to DMCA anyone stealing paid chapters. Obviously, the site will have basic protections to prevent scraping above the LLM poisoning, and protecting against AI will very much protect against scrapers too. But our main focus is on people pirating paid chapters, because we are already implementing a very ethical monetization model. So if you pirate even that, then we have a problem with it. So, but that's not our main concern. As for what legal power does Novelpedia even have? Novelpedia is a registered company, a private limited under India's Companies Act 2013, and we will very soon open an LLC in US too. I hope that answers the question. Then, do you host the site on your own servers? Where do you host them? What are your thoughts on keeping up proper uptime? We host the site on Google Cloud. We use Cloud Run to host the site on Google Cloud. We don't store your account details like passwords. We very much do not want to store your passwords to prevent any mistakes. Passwords are handled by authentication providers whose entire job is to manage authentication and handle passwords. The only data that we store is your reading habits and stuff. Then, what are your thoughts on keeping a proper uptime? We have uptime monitors going on, and we do not want to cause any downtime because it will stop me from reading novels. I do not want to stop reading novels. I read so many novels on my site. So, yeah, uptime is a very high priority for me. Do you have any plans on getting popular authors from other websites onto Novelpedia? If so, how do you do so? So we are targeting popular. We have many popular authors from Royal Road and Scribble Hub on the site already. We are working on getting more popular authors from these. Web novel authors are contracted, so they are not our target. We The way we get popular authors is the number one way is the Patreon subscription, the in-house Patreon subscription. But honestly, most of them join us for the vision. I am very proud to say that before even the site was launched, before there were zero readers, before there was zero incentive to have your novel on Novelpedia, we still had 200 authors on Novelpedia. Amazing. I love our author community. They are very much helping us. We had an exclusive novel on the site before launch. So we are very much grateful to that for authors. And our contracts and the way we function is just way better. So it becomes a natural alternative for authors. Do you have any plans for offline content? For example, if I'm on a trip where internet may not be available, is there a way to download chapters in advance for such an event? How do you plan to do this? Is a mobile app planned? Yes, a mobile app is planned. Yes, you can download content in the mobile app. Beyond that, nothing. We for a time did consider exporting EPUBs, but that will cause many problems, both legally and just in general. So we have an app planned where you can download your chapters. Even now, the PWA, I think the progressive web app that we has fetches and caches like two or three more chapters. I'm not sure that dev team will be able to better um, answer that. I'm the only person who can create username with three or less letters. Yeah. Also, Arc, I think we need to like create a sort of list of keywords that people can't take usernames as, like thou or stuff, and then auction that 10,000 years later for $1 billion. Any other question? Let me just scroll. Lamau, the web novel hate. Guys, can you like just bold in your message if it is like a question, like just asterisk, asterisk, message, asterisk, asterisk. Will it stably and smoothly run without loading buffers if you have 500 users constantly? Nope, as of now it won't, but we are making automatic auto scaling policy where like the server will get as big as many users and load we get. That is something we are working towards. Should I ask my artist to make NPD propaganda? Bro, I am so thankful for that offer, but don't, bro. We have graphic designers. There are around two graphic designers, but thank you for that offer, bro. Are the authentication service providers trustworthy? Is there any way to recover account if it gets compromised? Compromised how? Like if the password gets leaked. Yes, you can forget password. It sends to an email. If your email is also leaked, well, good luck, bro. So, are the authentication providers trusted? Yep, as trusted as they can be. Like there is nothing beyond that that we can do other than creating our own service. And I think that's a worse idea. Let me scroll. PWA is doing that already. Nice. Also, I'll start working on my second. Charo, you're such a boss. I wanna ask, how are you gonna crack down on AI slop? What about AI covers? Are they encouraged or not? And finally, how shall my young masterness be appreciated? All right. So your first question, um, AI slop. AI writing is strongly discouraged. Every single chapter has a report as AI button. Every single chapter. Every single novel homepage also has a report as AI button. Like report as AI is something that the reason why we decided this is because manually reviewing all the novels will create a bottleneck that we want to avoid, and we can't use the AI detecting website and shit, because like they use AI themselves, they use ML NLP themselves. If we use such a service, we are basically giving data to them then. So it's like either you give data to uh, AI scrapers, or you give data to AI detectors, but you will have to give that data. We don't want to. Plus, they are not like unreliable. We decided the best way is community outsourcing. Report as AI, our team will review it. Also, we strongly discourage the use of AI even for editing, because at the end it is paraphrasing your work, bro. It is paraphrasing your work. There are some other ways to detect AI content, like AI tends to insert zero bit characters and other weird shit, but like that is being rapidly improved. Is there a way to reset the password manually by contacting the team itself? Yes, there is. But if you are facing a problem in resetting your password, we will very much like to work with you to understand why that problem is happening at the first place. Any other question, gang? Who hunts the bug, RN? And is there a reward if a 0 day is found? Why are you pinging bash for that, bro? So, who hunts the bugs, RN? For any user level bugs, they are hunted by our users themselves. We have great community users. They just give all the bugs to us, guys. I really appreciate you all. And then on the vulnerability side, we have Zero. I don't know. I think he wants me to praise him, but he is the one. And also Arc. Arc has a degree in cybersec, so he is also working on it. Then what's the stance of AI covers? Oh, bro, I have no stance on that. I care about AI novels because I am a reader. I don't want to read AI slop. My only priorities right now is dealing with AI novels. Like ethic and stuff, it's more about I don't want to read AI novels, can. Fuck AI novels. Yeah. How do you plan on stopping website scrapers? Bro, didn't I give like a very long answer to just DM me later? I don't want to like repeat it for everyone because like I already gave the answer, right? If everything goes right, I'll be making 7 Novelpedia exclusive in total, each of a different category, but mostly action. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. And cause you trusted on us when no one didn't, I'll make sure each of them gets the coverage it deserves. The PFP he uses is itself is AI. Bro, my PFP was made by an artist. It is from Pinterest. I took it from Pinterest, bro. It's not AI generated. R graduated. Nope, not yet. OMG, when did Karne get a PR team? Bro, you learn to be a snake when you are in my place. MF ignoring me. What you said? What did you say, machine? Also, Shalren, if you want your young masterness to be appreciated, very much you can become an investor in Novelpedia, and I'll give you a special tag or something. Or you can bribe us and we'll give you some sort of badge or something. I mean, most authors can't afford actual. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Thank you, Karmik. Well, I don't really care about covers, TVH. Any other question, guys? Pinterest is 90%. Yeah. I'll make a one about fate. Yandere first. It will be short. Yo, Jordan. By the way, I'm pretty sure you had a question for me. As I told you, Necro, it is very much a service problem. But even if, and like we have protections against scrapers already, and we do plan to put more protections. Like if we put protections against LLM, obviously scrapers will be covered itself. But I very much believe this is free distribution essentially. Free marketing, bro. This is free marketing. I consider this free marketing. If people can read publicly freely available chapters somewhere else and know what the source is, this is very much free marketing. Profile, banner, and name in gold letters. Yes. Ah, what are your other questions, gang? Any other questions? Opinion of femboys, bro. Our third shareholder is the king of femboys. About the AI detector. Yes, Jordan, please ask. Bro, you're part of the fucking team. Why are you LARPing here, Zero? Just DM me or talk in the meeting or in the server, bro. Why are you LARPing here? Also, why not set up a server is because we have $2,000 of AI credit and we can get around $100,000 of AI credit. Wait, what the fuck? Not AI credit, GCP credit, like Google Cloud credit. So, like, our servers are free right now. Why will I pay? Our entire servers are free right now. Like, up to $100,000, we'll have no server cost. Then we can just switch. I know this is more overhead for later, but we're saving big money right now. We can funnel all of that to site development. Bro, just ask me in DMs or something. You're a team member. Yo, Jordan, I'm still waiting for a question, by the way. Oh, let me return to the chat. Will it be possible in the future to do novel crossovers? What does this mean? Can you elaborate? Didn't those detectives say that the Declaration of Independence was 100% AI generated? I don't know how efficient they can be. Let me just type. Maybe it doesn't get the accent. Karmik, so is there like a also bash about you saying paying? Sure, I will gang as the profit rolls in. I have made a statement that I will be the last one in the entire company to take any sort of payment. Last one. So is there like a specific promise that will remain there forever? Like even after the site scales to huge levels? No paywalls. No paywalls in Novelpedia ever. That is like a very specific promise. This will be like enough for us to be comfortable, guys. Not to mention, we plan to um, create audiobooks and other derivative content from the good novels that we get. So that will be a way larger income source than what we get from Novelpedia. Do you have plans on collaborating with any other websites or apps? If so, can we have a sneak peek? So not right now. I mean, uh, first of all, we are way too irrelevant for any of the big players. So, but we do want to collaborate with popular writing apps. So, like, we can give them an API. So, like, authors can publish their chapters directly from the writing apps, like maybe Novelpad or other writing apps. Also, we plan to have an index. But other than that, if anyone asks us for any collaboration or anything, then we are obviously open. But I don't think any other utility is present aside from the writing apps. Like when two authors want to do a crossover of their novels, will there be exclusive type chapter that can link both series? So that is a very specific demand, but it is possible. But like, why not just both dudes post the same chapter and then link the other person's novel there? Like that's way more simple, right? I don't see a reason to make that. Yes, gang, I will charge you. Um, 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 any other question? Where the fuck is also a suggestion is doing avatar decos for novel versus. Yeah, actually, we are considering that authors themselves can make some sort of profile packs or maybe emojis that are based on their characters, the characters that are present in their own. Zero, are you sponsoring this fucking servers, bro? So, like, there are plans for like authors to have more control and benefits to create like a higher amount of exclusivity. So yeah, that is very much on the road. Like for example, if you buy a subscription, then maybe you can use some emojis site wide around the website anywhere you want. Kind of like how servers have their own stickers and shit. Then any plans for physical publishing? Yes, bro. The plan is to create a large enough audience that for free, like you guys for free will tell me which novel is good. That is what I get. That is why we can afford to have no paywalls. You guys tell us what novel is good, where you are commenting more, what is working, and we take that data and we decide, okay, this novel is worth our investment, and we then give this novel to either publishers, or we make merch out of it, or we make audiobooks out of it. We contract, make pocket FM for it, because as a company we can have exclusive partnerships with other companies and can negotiate for the authors. So you guys for free tell me what novel is good, and then I make every single thing out of that novel that can be made, every single thing. That is the playbook, to have our own mangas and stuff. All right, bro, let me just, I'll have DM me that. I am in a train, Aaron. Any plans for custom channels within the Novelpedia Discord server for authors? That sounds very unnecessary. Like it sounds unnecessary. Like what would the 10 authors do? Why would they like chat? Why not just make a group chat about it then? I just don't get the point. But there is a special author Discord server where only authors have access to. Do you plan to have? Yes, we plan to have events when we want to push a certain genre. If we want to make a novel more popular, if you want to get more authors, or if just we're bored, we are going to do events with prize money. At the end, we just want to have a great time. Yeah, we are fanboys at our core. I still remember my first meeting with Envelope. For the first 1 hour, I was just talking about how much I loved his work, how much I loved I Hate Systems. So we just want to make a great site, gang. Which one, chat, did you know? Like for their novels, a discussion channel for readers. So in the website itself, you will be able to like message the authors in future. Like if you have their Patreon or something. Like not Patreon, but the membership. We still don't know what to call it. But yeah, the membership that you'll have. So you'll be able to DM the authors. If obviously they allow that. That kind of stuff will be possible. General DMs will also be possible. We also yeah, like yeah we are planning some great social features like being able to what novel your friends are reading or anything, even in Discord being able to see that, like yeah we the best thing about anything. So you said top 10 authors, right? So group chats are limited to 10 people, but like the authors are also 10 now. Why is Trissy's server muted? Yeah, unmute her. Maybe I am not sure. All right, yeah, Trissy, mute yourself. 300 pound. Yeah. Um, is the writing interface gonna be similar to RR or web novel? You can check right now. We are more advanced than both of them. You can post emojis, you can post pics, you can post GIFs. I'm pretty sure you can embed content too, but I'm not sure. Also, we are going to add the capability to add music to the tool. Like if you want to just have a music that you want readers to listen to. So, yep, we also support latex and many things. Yeah, we also support tables. Yep, our our editor is like very stacked. Karmic, will getting a audiobook or physical copy work like a competition or like a challenge? Like you get it as a reward to reach a certain. No, this is a big business decision. So we can't have it as a competition or challenge. Like we expect to make huge amounts of money out of audiobooks or physical copy. So there will be a very rigorous selection process of what novel is going good. Like it will be a decision that we decide to make if a novel gets an audiobook or not. Um, anything else, gang? Yo, who is watching TT? I just heard a 300 pound. um, I hate audiobook. Any plans for integration with other websites? Like authors could maybe showcase some YouTube videos on their authors page or maybe link their patrons. We have Patreon linking already present. I'm pretty sure you can link other websites too, but not beautiful embeds. Maybe something like that will be added if there is a need for it. Maybe wiki can be integrated. Though we plan to make our own wiki clone, like a better fandom system for authors to have their own little fandoms. We are still wondering how that would look like. But yep, YouTube video linking, music linking, all of this sounds amazing, and there is no need to not have any. Plus, we allow links right now. Like, yeah, feel free to add your coffee, Patreon, and stuff. I added art to my novel already in the actual novel itself. It feels amazing. Nice. Uh, What's now the most? Is there gonna be an overflow of smut? So you can disable novels like site wide. You can disable genre site wide. So now this is something that we very much are planning. It is also the protection of those novels, so that like suppose no one review bombs a Yuri novel, right? Like you can disable seeing Yuri, and like if you are intentionally finding Yao and Yuri just to rate to like bomb them, then that's pretty gray. Like have some self respect, bro. Why are you finding gay novels if you don't, if you're not gay? So yeah, you can disable certain genres. Is there gonna be an overflow of smut? I hope not, bro. I don't want to read that. I think there should be a proper segregation and recommendation and stuff system. We do have a recommendation system that we are currently in the process of getting patent on. It is an ML based recommendation system. It is inspired by Duolingo's algorithm and a few other data sets. We are currently in the process of patenting it. So, like, yeah, our recommendation system is going to be a big thing. Let me check. Overflow of smart. What a great pun, bro. I don't know if you intended on that, but will cookie stealing work on this website? Yeah, zero answered that. You can't like force the JWT token, bro. Yeah, Karmic, what was your opinion on the first two trolls NPD has gotten? So recently the site got Mech Chickened. A dude called Mech Chicken review bombed every novel aside from his, and we called it Being Mech Chickened, coined by the Great Dream. So yeah, it was funny, and I think this happened because we don't have any sort of automated guardrails for it, but we will, like, as we get more data, we will know what kind of actions spammers or scammers take, and we will work on solving that. Bye, Sisu. Mac Chicken gave my novel 4 stars. What you saying? Sorry, bro. Good night. Just add a 5-minute cooldown to reviews. Yup. We also plan to enforce the chapter level stuff, like you have to read a certain chapters before you can give review or spend a certain amount of time, like how Steam does. I really like showing where on which chapter the review was given, etc. All right, guys. Yeah, Magic. I think you can close the stream. But like, yeah, if you all have any questions or one or just anything, just go ahead.